Hello my dear children, this is the last module of today's session. In this session, we are going to discuss about alter command. So far we discussed about the DDL commands which deals with the databases along with the tables. The alter command allows us to perform the following operations into a table. That is, adding a new column, dropping an existing column, that is, removing an existing column, modifying the column definitions. Column definitions means the data type, size and constraint of a particular column. Then changing the name of a column, adding or removing of constraints after the table creation. In this slide, we are going to discuss how to add a new column. While we describing the ABC Limited table, it is having only 4 columns. Look at the syntax given. Alter table ABC Limited. That is the table name. Add is the clause used for adding a new column. Designation is the new column's name. Varchar is the data type, 20 is the size. So what is the syntax? Maybe alter table name, add column name, data type, size and constraint. You can give constraint along with the column addition. So after describing, you will get designation at the last. Designation table at last. Then after a new column is added, if you select the records, it will display only null in that particular column. We have to update it using update command. Then the next subclause of alter command is drop. Drop is used for removing an existing column in a table. While we are dropping a column, the column name along with the data within the column will be removed from the table. Look at the syntax in the red color. Alter table ABC Limited is the table name. Drop is the clause. Designation is the argument for drop column. So while we are dropping the designation column entirely removed from the table. After description, you will get a table description without designation column. Coming to the next one, modifying a column. We can modify the column definitions such as data type, size and constraint of a particular column. In this particular example, I had changed the size of a column from 30 to 40. Look at the query given. Alter table employee, modify is the clause, name, that is the column name, varchar 40. So how to change the salary into a decimal data type? I will give the example. Alter table employee, modify salary, decimal of 7,2. Decimal of 7,2. That is the only change we need to give. So after giving this query, you will get the table description as, that is 30 is changed into 40. So if we want to change the data type, size or constraint of any of the column, we need to use modify clause along with the alter command. Coming to the next one, that is changing the column name. If you want to change any column name, Here I changed a column name into ename. What is the clause I have to use? Change. What is the syntax for it? Alter table name, change, old column name, new column name, data type, size and constraint you can give. So, near to change clause, we need to give only old column name, not the new one. After the old column name only, we have to give new column name. Look at the change. Name is changed into ename. We can change the order of a column. The clause is used for changing the order is again modify. So, department number is residing at the last column. If we want to change its position into first, we need to give the query like alter table emp, modify department column name, in this the data type, and the subclause I used here is first. But look at here, we can set department number after ename. So what is the change you need to give? After ename. You can use after or first. You can use after first along with the modify clause for changing the order of a column. Then, while at the time of the creation, if we forget to give any constraint for a particular column, we can give it later. The syntax is alter table name, add constraint, column name within brackets. So, while at the creation of EMP table, we forget to give primary key constraint for EMP NO. So, we are trying to give a primary key constraint for EMP NO. Look at the example, alter table employee, add is the comment, add is the clause, primary key is the constraint, and we are trying to give into EMP NO. Now look at the change happened here. In the previous description, there is no key for a employee number. But after making the change, after adding the primary key constraint to EMP NO, we can get the change in the description. That is EMP NO having a key called primary. Let me ask another question. If you want to change the constraint or if you want to add a constraint for ename as unique, how to add it? That is alter table employee, add not null, within the bracket you need to give ename. Coming to the next one, how to drop a constraint. Accidentally we had added a constraint for a particular column. Later we have to drop. So the command we are using is drop only. So here I am trying to drop a primary key from a table. So as we all know about one table having only one primary key. So how to drop it? Alter table employee, that is employee is the table name. Then drop is the clause we can use along with the constraint, primary key. And if you want to make ename, that is ename's constraint, not null if we want to remove, then how to give? Alter table employee, drop not null within the bracket ename. Then put a semicolon for terminating the query. Look at this. This drop can be used along with the cascade. So while we are giving like this, it will automatically remove on cascade. That is on cascade. Here we are trying to alter the primary key, right? Dropping the primary key. So the effect will happens to the foreign key table also. So my dear children, as we discussed earlier, in this particular module we had discussed about the alter commands along with its sub clauses like add, drop, modify, change. Don't be confused about change and modify. Modify can be used only for changing the data type, size, constraint, or we can use for changing the order of the column. So my dear children, that's all about DDL commands. DDL commands. Show tables will list out the tables within a database. So what are the DDL commands we are having? Create, drop, alter, use, show and describe. There are 6 DDL commands. Thank you.